Well, the Airstream is hooked up to the van. It is November, and I'm ready to head south. Not for the reason I want, though. We're not headed someplace nice and warm. No, I am hauling the Airstream to Jackson Center, Ohio, because I need to drop it off at the Factory Service Center for a couple of weeks, they're saying. And that is because it's got two issues that are going to be covered under warranty, but that need to be addressed. One is that there is a crack in our ceiling on the actual main dome part of the Airstream that covers the inside. It's the inside skin. I sent a picture of it to the service tech at Jackson Center that I've been working with on our other issue that I'll explain in a second. And he knew right away what was happening and thinks he has a fix for it. He's got a couple of different ideas. We're going to go over it when I get there, and we'll see how that works out. Everything I've heard about Jackson Center, their techs do great work, so I'm pretty confident that they're going to take care of it for us. The second thing is that I originally contacted them because we may have front-end separation. It's an issue that Airstreams have been having, those with the front bed configuration and the cargo box up front where that door opens to access the cargo area. Sometimes you're starting to see where rivets are popping. Some people have gotten a crease up front. To oversimplify, it's essentially where there's too much stress and the body and the frame are starting to separate, hence front end separation. I don't know that we have FES, but we do have some popped rivets. We had two when I initially noticed it. Contacted Jackson Center. They said, bring it in. We'll take care of the reinforcement that they do to fix this issue. Since then, I've noticed a third rivet has popped. I have no other symptoms, but this is telling me that I may have front-end separation on this Airstream. And when I sent the pictures to Airstream initially, their factory service center wrote back right away and said, bring it into us. We'll take care of the reinforcements. After about 4.5 hours on the road from mid-Michigan through the farm country of Ohio and to Jackson Center, I have arrived at the Terraport at Airstream Factory Service Center. They have a system here where you can camp for free the night before service and the night after your service. So that's really nice. It is first come, first serve since it's late November. There's a few other rigs here, but it's pretty empty. It is a nice setup with paved sites. It has 50, 30, and 20 amp electric. It has water available, and there's a dump station here. So there is that going for it. That's a nice job by Airstream to do that. If there is room here at the Terraport, you can also camp here anytime. I don't know if it has to be an Airstream, but if you have an Airstream, I'm certain you could do that. It's just a question of whether there is space available. I imagine it's probably busier in the summer, and it is first come, first serve, so you never know what you're going to find here. But kudos to Airstream for having this space set up for us as owners if we are coming in for service. From vintage units to new units, there are a ton of Airstreams stacked up here at the Factory Service Center. Clearly not all of them are in for warranty work like ours is, but you see a variety of things that are wrong with some units, others you can't tell. It's sad to see the ones where it's obvious why they're here to get repaired. And people have their units here from all over the country. I've seen obviously Ohio and Michigan plates because we're the closest, so people are likely to come here for service. But I've also seen as far away as Alaska. Somebody dragged their base camp down here from there. We have North Carolina, we have Delaware. Clearly, this is the place to go if you want official factory service done, because it is the only place that you can have factory service done. Jackson Center has always been and is still the home of Airstream, their factory, whether it's a large travel trailer, a small travel trailer like the base camp, or a van type unit, the Class Bs, B+, that kind of thing that Airstream makes. They're all made right here in Jackson Center, Ohio. Good morning. It is 8:15 a.m. after I spent the night at the Terraport. A little after 7 a.m. today, I headed into the service center, talked to my service advisor, got all the paperwork taken care of. Then they came out with their little tractor and hooked up the rig and hauled it inside. And then I had to wait in the lounge for my service tech to come out and talk to me. So all of that in about an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm done. They've got this system figured out pretty well. Service tech was great, walked me back into the service area. We went over all of the work that needs to be done. He doesn't think we have front end separation, but he is going to open everything up in the front, make sure that we have those brackets that I mentioned. And if not, he is going to make sure that those get installed and probably install an additional plate as well to make sure that everything is buttoned up and solid and he doesn't have to see it again. I got the impression. We also went through the inside of the rig and looked at the crack above the refrigerator. That's in the Molly Dome, as it's called in an Airstream, and it basically connects end cap to end cap in our rig. We have the 30-foot Flying Cloud Office, and it's possible that that is actually touching a rib that maybe has an issue, and when they riveted everything together and got it tight, now that rib is rubbing up against that Molly Dome, and he said might be kind of trying to poke through. So what he's going to do is he's going to pull everything down from there, get an idea of how big that crack is. And when he takes everything out, he's going to look at that rib, make sure there's no problem there. If he has to sand it all down, take care of it before everything goes back up in place. They can do a patch on the ceilings for the Airstreams, but the problem is, he said in order to do the patch on ours, it would essentially have to run from the front bedroom area or the front bedroom door all the way back to the office. And the whole Molly Dome only runs through the bedroom and above the bed. So he said at that point, you might as well just replace the whole dome, but it's a warranty item. So we're going to see what Airstream warranty people say about that. And then he's going to let me know one way or the other what they're doing with it. Either way, everything's got to come out of the ceiling. Everything's got to get put back in the ceiling. So he said it's really not a time-consuming thing in terms of difficulty of work. It's really more about having the time to take everything out, make sure everything's good when they put it back together. So it's going to take a little bit to do that. We think probably a couple of weeks. That's the estimate right now, maybe less. We're hitting a Thanksgiving holiday here, so that's going to take a few days out. Good morning from Jackson Center, Ohio. I am back at the Airstream Factory Service Center, and as you can see, I am back in our Airstream. The warranty work has been completed. It took them exactly 2 weeks, and that was with the Thanksgiving holiday in between, so they got a few days off for that. All of the repairs have been completed. I came down, this is a Tuesday morning, I came down on Monday night and arranged for them to pull the Airstream out of the service center and park it in the Terraport campground that they have here. That way I could arrive last night, spend the night in it, and that way I was here first thing this morning when they opened so that I could take care of any paperwork that needed to be done and then hit the road and haul it back to Michigan. One of the other reasons besides ease of travel and not having to do a quick turnaround in a single day is I wanted to spend some time in the Airstream to make sure things had been put back together correctly, that things were done well, and then if I have any issues, I could go into the service center this morning, which I am going to do, and I'll explain why in just a minute here. To recap why we came back to Factory Service Center is that we had possible front-end separation. It is an issue that is arising with some models of Airstreams. It tends to be the longer ones. It tends to be the front bed models that have an exterior storage door on the front of the unit because they've cut a giant hole in it, and that is a weak area. But the bottom line is that apparently there are some models where the frame and the body are starting to separate for some reason. There's a lot of reasons. If you look them up online, I don't know that any of them are correct, or it's a combination of factors. The bottom line is that Airstream in the past few years has started to put additional braces in those units that have that front storage box and that door cut in the front wall. We aren't sure that we have FES, but we brought it in under warranty and they said they would take a look at it. We weren't sure if we had the brackets that Airstream has started to install at the factory on new models. Ours is a 2022 model. It was during that time period when they were making these that they had decided to go ahead and put those additional support brackets in place. According to the work order, from what I've read, we did have all of the brackets that they have been putting on the new models, but they were installed incorrectly. So the work order says brackets installed incorrectly. They had to reinstall them, tighten up all the plates that they're using. I talked to the service tech when I dropped it off. He told me what they're doing at the service center to make these better, and it sounds like it's a pretty solid fix, but it needs to be done correctly, which hopefully it has now been done, and that has all been corrected here at the Factory Service Center in Jackson Center. The other big reason that we came to have warranty work done was because of a crack in the ceiling. It was kind of above the refrigerator, and it was where it looked almost like a rivet had started a crack. And I have to talk to the service tech again this morning. Originally, he told me he thought maybe there was something going on with the rib and that it was touching, and when it got riveted in, it got tight, and over time, bouncing down our roads, it had caused some sort of rubbing, and it had caused a crack. The problem is they can either replace the entire roof section. This whole section is known as the Molly Dome in an Airstream, and it runs from end cap to end cap, basically. They can either replace the whole thing or they can put a patch in. The problem is, in order to put the patch in, they told me that in this 30-foot unit, it was essentially going to be almost the entire length of the unit anyway, so he was going to push to have the entire Molly Dome replaced, and I believe that is what they did, is pulled this out. What that meant was taking everything off of the ceiling, the skylight, the vents, the speakers, the air ducts, everything that's in your ceiling, all of the lights had to come out. Furniture had to come out so they could get to cabinets to come out. They had to pull all of the rivets from the roof, pull the whole thing down, take it out, and then cut a new one and have it brought in, re-rivet that back to the ceiling, and then go back through and put everything back in again. One advantage to being able to stay overnight here at the Factory Service Center is that I was able to not only break up my travel, so I didn't have to run down here from Michigan and then turn around and come right back again with it. But I also wanted to spend some time in the rig to make sure that things had been put together correctly, that things were working in the way they were supposed to. When we first picked up our Airstream from the dealership in Tampa allows you to stay overnight when you first pick it up. And our salesman there said, spend the night using everything, flip every switch, turn everything on and off, do everything you can to make sure it's working. And if it's not, they would put us the head of the line in the morning before we left to make sure things got fixed. And we did that, and we found a few things. Now that I've had the factory work done, I wanted to do the same thing. I wanted to stay overnight, mess around with everything, make sure it was all good. And I have found a few issues that I want to have addressed before I hit the road to Michigan. Considering the amount of work the team did on this rig with removing that Molly Dome, having put everything back, I think overall they did a really good job. My concern is just addressing a few things that they seem to have missed. And look, it's people. People make mistakes. They're busy. They're doing a lot of things. Maybe they missed something. So one of the things they missed is in the rear fantastic fan, the ceiling fan that we have, one of the screws is missing on the trim. That should be a pretty easy fix. There's a curtain track here in the office for the curtain that goes around to block off the office. And at the end, there's a little tiny screw that is supposed to be sticking out just enough that the curtain doesn't slide off the track. Well, when somebody was putting it back together, they put the screw in too far, and that needs to be pulled back out just enough so that the curtain hits and you don't end up losing the curtain when it comes off the track. The other thing I noticed, which is more of an aesthetic thing, but we're so used to it now and we like the way it was set up, is Airstream a number of years ago apparently has switched from using the warm white LED lights to using these bright white LED lights. Our rig apparently was in the middle of the switch. Since day one, we have had the sort of warm yellow LED lights throughout the entire rig, except in the office, which had two lights, and they were both the bright white. Actually, I should say, when we picked it up from the dealership, the office had one warm and one cool white, and the rest were all warm white with a cool white in the middle. And that's kind of what's happened again. I think when they put all the lights back together and put everything in, they didn't pay attention to what the color of the lights were, and the Airstream's switching everything over anyway, so they probably didn't care that much. But I'm going to have them do a swap and put those two lights back where they're supposed to be as far as we're concerned. Cool white in the office, the warm white bulb out here. In addition to having it look weird, it also has a weird light pattern to it. So if we're going to have the cool white lights in the office, let's do that. Keep the warm white stuff out here. And that's what we're going to have them do, is switch that back. The biggest issue for me overall is that when they put everything back together, something went haywire with this bathroom door, and it no longer latches shut. The latch is not going into the door jamb the way it should, so it's like I'm barely moving it and it's coming out, and that's certainly going to come flying open when you're on the road. So I'm going to have them do something to adjust the door or the catch, or there's something going on. I can't imagine any of this is all that complicated to do, and it should be something that they knock out pretty quickly for me this morning. I will report back in later when it's done. The bathroom door closes and latches again. So that didn't take too long. The tech pulled it back into the service bay, took care of the few things that I had found. He did the light swap. He fixed the curtain track screw, actually put a bigger one in so it had a bigger head. It's going to hold the curtain in even better. and he fixed the door. It was an alignment issue where it wasn't catching in the jam properly. But then while he was there, he also put on a couple of extra little bump stops because he thought it was still a little bit loose. Not that it was ever going to open up or anything, but he just thought it was going to rattle a little bit, and he wanted to take care of that. I will say the service techs at the Airstream Factory Service Center do a fantastic job in terms of customer service. They want to make sure you're taken care of and that you are comfortable with everything that they have done. I had a really good tech who was also interested in doing the right thing because it needed to be done. So they had to completely tear out this side of the Airstream. This would have been the passenger side, the right side of the Airstream. All the furniture, or some of the furniture and all of the walls had to come down. So they replaced the molly dome. They restructured all of the walls. They shaved things down as they needed to make sure it wasn't touching the ceiling as it was at one time. And he thinks that was part of the problem with what caused the crack. He said the whole crack went maybe another half inch behind the molding. So it wasn't as severe as we had been concerned about, but it still needed to be addressed. But a couple other things he took care of, like, adding the extra stops to the bathroom door. He noticed when they were taking the wall out here between the main living area and the bedroom is where our main light switch is at. And when they were moving everything around and taking care of it, he noticed that a couple of the pins were actually missing. And so that light switch is now brand new because it was going to fail at some point as the rest of the pins couldn't hold it in. So he made the comment, he said, I wanted to take care of that for you because you're going to be approaching the end of your warranty and we might as well take care of everything that we can while it's still under warranty. That is awesome customer service. The other thing I should note that he took care of is our office area has a sliding base that comes in and out. So if we want to put a twin bed up back there, we can do that. When they were taking everything down to get to the molly dome and deal with everything, they pulled it out and he realized it was a little stiff or unusual the way it was pulling. So he took a closer look at it, realized there had actually been a screw that had worked its way loose, and that it actually ended up damaging the track. And so when we were ready to pick it up at the end of last week, they said, sorry, it's going to be a slight delay because we're waiting on some drawer tracks to come in. And I wasn't sure what that was all about. And I thought, well, maybe they messed something up when they were tearing it all apart and putting it back together. It happens. They'll get the track, put it back together. Nope. Turns out he found something extra and took care of it under warranty. And it's just done, and we don't have to worry about that now. So again, kudos to them here at the Factory Service Center for doing really nice work. You always hate to have to take something back for warranty work, but if a company stands behind their warranty and are willing to do good work in terms of the repairs, then that's a positive. And I'll give a shout out to Airstream for doing that. Everything that I needed to have done was taken care of under warranty. The service tech did a really good job, not just fixing the things that I brought in, but noticing a couple of extra things and taking care of them for me. That is a really nice system. They've got the Terraport here for camping, so you can stay the night before your service. You can stay the night after your service if you're picking it up, and that way you don't have to worry about really long travel days. If you have the opportunity to stay here, check things out like I did, and I'm glad I did. Everything was done really nicely in terms of the major work that was done. It was just a few minor things. It's kind of like punch list items when you get a house built or when you pick up a new RV. There tends to be small items that need to be addressed before you're going to accept delivery. They were great about it. Again, just like when I brought it in the first time, they hauled it back inside. I went in the back with the actual service tech doing the work to walk through what I thought needed to be addressed. We talked about different options of how to take care of some things. He took care of them and got me back out on the road as quick as he could. Thumbs up, Airstream. I'm impressed with the way you've been handling your warranty work. So I had a positive experience overall at the Airstream Factory Service Center. Yeah, I had to make a trip from Michigan down to Ohio, so thankfully we were in Michigan and didn't have to travel too far to get to the Factory Service Center. But since I was close enough, it wasn't that big of a deal. They did great work. I'm really happy with the service I received overall. So if you ever have a chance to consider getting an Airstream, especially a new one that is covered under warranty that they will take care of for you at the Factory Service Center, you might consider it. In the meantime, keep on trekking, and we'll see you out there.